wind and hardest rain came overnight. The light of day showed the extent of Isabel's damage. Hundreds of trees were down, thousands really. Some blocked roads. Others took down power lines, cutting power to hundreds of thousands of customers. Flooding in Delaware has prompted Governor Ruth Ann Minner to ask for a federal disaster declaration. At the Jersey Shore, there was some beach erosion, but not as much as had been feared. For the most part, the shore appears to have escaped the worst of Isabel. But Isabel did take a heavy toll on power lines overnight, and there are still many, many people in Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and Delaware without power tonight. Here are the latest numbers we have. PECO Energy says it has 300,000 people still without power in Pennsylvania. Connected, 301,000 in New Jersey and Delaware. PSE&G, 47,000 in New Jersey, and about 4,000 PPL customers in the Lehigh Valley. And for more on this situation, let's go live to Action News reporter Walter Perez in King of Prussia. Walter?
Hi, Jim. Well, in addition to that, PECO is giving away dry ice to people who are without power, who live in the hardest hit regions, mainly because they don't expect to have full power back on until the end of the weekend. Now, PECO says it has purchased 400,000 pounds of dry ice. That, according to company officials, is all the dry ice that is available in the Delaware Valley. And supplies are going very quickly. Right here at the King of Prussia Mall, starting at 8 o'clock this morning, 3,200 pounds of dry ice was brought in. 1,000 people came through, and it was gone very quickly. And as you can see right now, there's a long line of people waiting for the next shipment that was expected to come at 5:30. It is now obviously after 6 o'clock, and this line is getting very long and very impatient, and the skies are threatening above me, so that's another factor as well. And with that said, they are now limiting people to 2 bags of dry ice per person. If you put that in your freezer, that should last you up to 24 hours. Now, there are 11 sites for the dry ice pickup, and here they are. Plymouth Meeting Mall, Oxford Valley Mall, Willow Grove Mall, King of Prussia Mall, where we are right now, Thorndale Shopping Center, New Garden Shopping Center in Kennett Square, Paoli Shopping Center, Lawrence Park Shopping Center in Brew Mall, Granite Run Mall in Media, and the Home Depot on Baltimore Pike and Clifton Heights, and the Jennersville Shopping Center in West Grove. Now, if I went too quickly, we do have a phone number you can call for more information. It's right on your screen as well. 1-800-494-4000, or link onto our website, WPVI.com. Reporting live from King of Prussia, Walter Perez, Channel 6 Action News. Jim?
Thank you, Walter. Now let's switch live to Dave Roberts for Isabel's final vital statistics. Dave?
Well, let's take a quick look at its path, Jim. Yesterday at this time, we were dealing with Isabel approaching our area, but the folks down in North Carolina, 105-mile-per-hour peak wind, noon, coming into the Carolinas, 80 miles per hour, 5 p.m. Thursday. Through the Virginias, it went 70 miles per hour, 11 o'clock last night, and then to our west, 50 miles per hour, 3 a.m. this morning. And now, well up into Canada, moving north of Toronto. At 1 o'clock this afternoon, winds were down to 30 miles per hour. That was the path. Let's look at the peak wind gusts. Philadelphia, 50 miles per hour. When you go to Washington, D.C., you'll see 58 miles per hour, 61 in Dover. As we head to the south, down south, we'll show you Ocean City, Maryland, 53 miles per hour. Even farther to the south, take a look at Richmond, 72. Virginia Beach, 83 mile per hour wind peak. Elizabeth City, 97 miles per hour. Cape Hatteras, 96. And Ocracoke, 105 mile per hour winds. All right, let's take a look at the rainfall out of this. The greater Philadelphia area down to Wilmington, Millville, 1 to 2 inches. A little bit less up in Allentown, a little bit more when you went down to Delaware and those portions. That's the rain, that's the wind. Now, you are going to like the AccuWeather forecast for the weekend, despite the fact that it looks a little threatening right now. We'll be back, Jim, in just a few minutes with that.
All right, Dave. Now to Action News reporter John Rollins, live in Westchester. And John, there was so much concern about the prospects of flooding in parts of Chester County, but flooding didn't turn out to be the main problem, right?
No, power, or the lack of it, was the big issue here in Chester County. The courthouse here behind me in Westchester did not have any this morning, so authorities apparently moved at least one jury trial to another building that did have some electricity. But as you said, what didn't materialize overnight was the kind of flooding that hit Chester County so hard earlier this week, and that, of course, was good news. Isabel dropped enough rain to raise stream levels here, but no damaging flooding was reported. It was the aftermath of the wind that kept most repair crews busy. Countless trees and branches fell. Here at the county's emergency center, each red triangle on this electronic map means a road closing. Many of the trees that closed roads also brought down utility lines. At one point, almost 150,000 customers were in the dark. Dry ice giveaway stations were set up at local shopping centers to help homeowners save frozen foods.
At the Kmart at the Thorndale Shopping Center.
Damage assessment teams, like this one, were out photographing problem areas. The consensus, Chester County suffered more damage from the no-name storm of Sunday and Monday than from Isabel.
Isabel brought mostly wind damage, trees down on power lines, power outages, not so much the flooding that we saw on Monday.
First blush, it looks like we actually had more problems Sunday and Monday. Just from the count in the radio room, Monday we handled about 2,000 calls, and yesterday we handled about 1,500.
Mr. Atkins and his assessment teams are huddling tonight. They're going to meet with state and federal officials tomorrow. The thinking is that the combined damage of both Monday night and Isabel together and some of the communities here in Chester County may qualify for federal disaster relief. Live in Westchester, John Rollins, Channel 6 Action News.
Thank you, John. Philadelphia saw its share of downed trees and power lines, but on the whole, the city was spared the worst of this storm. Crews cleaned up debris today, but the city says it needs help. It's asking residents to clean up in front of their homes between 10 a.m. and noon tomorrow, and the Streets Department will give away prizes as an incentive. Now we go to Newark, and Action News reporter Vernon Odom to see how people in northern Delaware have been coping with the aftermath of Isabel. Vernon, what's the story there?
Jim, tonight Connective, the power utility for this region, says Isabel was the worst storm with which it has ever had to deal. Therefore, it'll be sometime on into early next week before they can have all their customers plugged back in.
And it just like exploded, and the power went out. That was like 5 after 4 in the morning.
And the power is still off in the Pilgrim's Garden section. Bill Fintak believes his backyard was ground zero for Newark's power outage during Isabel's wind and rain overnight. He'd been seeing sparks in the branches of his trees for hours before the lights actually went off.
Right in here we had power until you saw that arc, and that was pretty much it. It was like a loud pop, like a transformer when it blows.
It was the same deal a few blocks away for Willie and Clarice Johnson. They heard what turned out to be a neighbor's tree collapsing into their yard, and then suddenly, no juice.
Said that the transformer was arcing last night. So that might have been what caused it.
Your power went off around
3 a.m. this morning.
And hours later, there is still no power. How are they coping?
Fortunate to have a gas stove and gas hot water heater, so we can use a match and light the stove so we can cook. But as long as our freezer's out, you know, we have to be careful about opening the freezer and also the refrigerator.
So, Jim, that's how they're coping tonight, with word circulating that it may be several more days before power is fully restored to everyone. Live in Newark, Delaware, Vernon Odom, Channel 6 Action News.
Thank you, Vernon. And farther to the south in Delaware, they're dealing with downed power lines and also plenty of water. Too much water. Action News reporter Sarah Bloomquist has that story.
What did they decide to do? Oh, well, they decided they wanted to go swimming.
When folks started swimming in the streets of Bowers Beach, Delaware, bar owner Sherry Fistier grabbed her home video camera and captured it all as a way to remember Hurricane Isabel.
We were just riding it out with everybody else down here.
The storm brought down tree branches, flooded the streets, and left this little bayside town without electricity.
People here in Bowers Beach spent the entire day without power, and it is not expected to be restored until Monday. You were on that boat?
Yeah, yes.
All night?
All night.
That's right. Cliff Potter spent the night riding out the storm on the charter boat he operates. He wanted to be sure the high waves didn't sweep it right up and over the dock.
You just got to be with the boat in case something happens. I might have to go up the river. I might have to get out of here. You never know what's going to happen.
It was rocking and rolling for a while.
Here outside Dover Downs, fans in town for this weekend's big NASCAR events braved the high winds that took out these porta potties. They spent a sleepless night inside their RVs.
It was moving back and forth.
Not knowing what to expect, Dover Downs canceled the races for today, but they'll be ready to rev their engines this weekend.
And we'd like to thank the Hurricane for being such a NASCAR fan.
In Lower Delaware, Sarah Bloomquist, Channel 6 Action News.
And now let's check in with New Jersey correspondent Kathy Gandolfo in Wildwood, where most people feel they dodged a bullet. Kathy?
Well, Jim, Shore residents are breathing a sigh of relief today. Even that early morning high tide that they were concerned about did not turn out to be problematic. Still today, there was some cleanup going on. Cape May City Public Works crews were busy this morning clearing sand from streets that saw some flooding in yesterday's storm.
This is about the worst of the sand area. We always get it over here. And we got a lot of trees.
There was some wind damage. A couple of large pieces of siding were ripped from the Marquis de Lafayette Hotel on Beach Avenue.
The siding on the top sections up here, which is not a bad situation. Considering all the possibilities, we really didn't suffer a whole lot of damage. So it happened apparently somewhere around 6 o'clock in the morning.
After all is said and done, the biggest and costliest result of Hurricane Isabel to Jersey Shore communities may well be a new round of beach erosion. The sun was bright and it was a pleasant morning after the storm, but thunderous wind-driven waves continued pounding the beaches.
From looking at it from this vantage point, it looks to me like 3 feet. Lost. 3 feet lost. That's a significant amount of sand. And I'm sure all that sand went south.
Town officials are assessing the damage to their beaches, but even in terms of erosion, it just really wasn't that bad. Live in Wildwood, I'm Kathy Gandolfo, Channel 6 Action News. Jim?
Thank you, Kathy. And finally, let's go back to Action News reporter Michelle McCormack at the place where this all began, Kill Devil Hills, North Carolina. Michelle, you've got it.
The sun has been shining here on the Outer Banks, the only bright spot to an otherwise grim day of damage assessment. The roads in some places are still so sand-caked, and in other places still filled with so much water, and the job to restore power still so massive that authorities on the Outer Banks have extended the curfew here to keep residents off the streets. A walk along the beach may sound like paradise, but not when the beach is your front street. I mean, to give you an idea of just how much sand has now piled up here, you know there's a lot when a girl who's 5'2" can touch the top of a street sign.
I've been running a small generator here, just trying to keep a refrigerator and a freezer going. And I've been trying to hook up a television so we get something to do. With the curfew and all that, you just can't get out and do anything. Can't watch television, so what do?
How long do you think you can hold out like this?
I'm going crazy. Shortly, I'm going to go crazy.
Since so many residents are facing a second day without power, emergency workers are going to try to set up feeding stations, the thought being if people have a full stomach with some hot food, perhaps that will settle their nerves. Live in Kill Devil Hills, Michelle McCormack, Channel 6 Action News.
Thank you, Michelle. And still to come on Action News tonight, Isabel is gone, and the annual Miss America parade is just getting underway in Atlantic City. We'll go live to the boardwalk, and the Phillies get ready to take on Cincinnati at the Vet. Another big series. Bill Andrews with a weekend preview. Dave Roberts returns with a post-Isabel AccuWeather weekend forecast when we continue in just a moment.
This week on Wheel. And big rewards are at the Wheel Watchers Club at wheeloffortune.com.
Tonight at 7:30 here on 6ABC.
5-star safety and 50 awards. What more can you say? Test the best, the 2003 Mazda 6 at your Mazda dealer. It's already earned 50 international awards, and it earned 5 stars in government frontal crash tests. Plus, get 0.0% APR financing for 5 full years or $2,000 cash back on select 2003 Mazda 6 models. Test the best at North Penn, New Car, Pacifico, John Kennedy, or Martin Mazda today.
Hey, Kennett Square, we're grand opening your new Walmart store at Route 1 and Schoolhouse Road. So come on in, we've been waiting for you.
It wouldn't be a grand opening without you. We've got everyday low prices on every item in the store. That's everything, every day. And the smiles are free. We're open now, and we can't wait to meet you.
Because at Walmart,
you are #1.
So join us for the grand opening of your new Walmart store at Route 1 and Schoolhouse Road in Kennett Square.
See you soon.
How about something with a pool? A hunting lodge. Kids will love that.
about something with a pool?
Lots of photos. Another way Expedia helps you find the hotel that's right for you.
Expedia.com.
The Lincoln Mercury anniversary clearance has been extended with 0% financing for 6 years on Sable LS Premium that includes no-charge leather seating, no-charge moonroof, and no-charge ABS. A $2,490 value with the government's highest 5-star safety rating. And now choose 0% APR for 6 years or $4,000 cash back on Mercury Sable LS Premium. Don't miss the Lincoln Mercury anniversary clearance. When it's gone, it's gone.
As it turns out, Isabel did not rain on Miss America's parade, the annual event, just getting underway. Let's go live to New Jersey correspondent Karen Rogers on the boardwalk in Atlantic City. Hi, Karen.
Hi, Jim. I'm having a great time already. I love the Show Me Your Shoes parade, and I am not the only one. Look at this crowd out here. People are everywhere. And check out these folks. They're ready. They brought their own shoes with them. We can't wait to see the contestants. Here's how Atlantic City prepared. E-A-G! We caught the Junior Eagles cheerleaders rehearsing their chants. This drum line practiced their licks, and workers were busy polishing the cars. Atlantic City is ready for this parade.
We're very excited that it didn't get washed out. The girls love to come. This is our 3rd year coming, and they have such a good time. They scream for the shoes.
Of course, our local contestants will get the loudest applause.
I've always watched the parade, and I've watched the preliminaries for so many years, and to be on the other side of things, to actually participate in the parade, I'm just so excited.
I'm excited to see the huge crowd from Pennsylvania that's going to be there. I know there's so many family and friends there.
More than a dozen former Miss Americas are in town. They were signing autographs today and say they wouldn't miss this parade.
These are our biggest supporters, and they have shown us so much love and have given us so much throughout our time, throughout the system. And this is our time to give back to them and tell them thank you.
Well, we saw the former Miss Americas go by, and now we're waiting for the contestants. Here comes Run right now, so I'm going to sit down and yell, "Show me your shoes." You can see the whole thing tonight at 11. Live in Atlantic City, Karen Rogers, Channel 6 Action News.
Thank you, Karen. And still to come on Action News tonight, the Flyers ready to start their preseason tonight. Phil Andrews has that story and a Phillies preview. Dave Roberts with the AccuWeather weekend forecast when we continue in just a moment.
The new 2004 Subaru Legacy 35th Anniversary Edition. Driven by custom alloy wheels, standard. Driven by a power moonroof and leather accents, standard. Driven by more standard power than Accord and Camry, and by all-wheel drive, which they don't even offer. And now driven by low 2.9% APR financing and $2,100 in package discounts and customer cash rebates. The 2004 Subaru Legacy 35th Anniversary Edition.
Subaru, driven by what's inside.
When families and teachers work together, our children are the winners.
As both a teacher and a parent, I'm proud of our schools.
I'm proud New Jersey is one of the top 2 states for the percentage of students going on to college.
And first in the nation for high scores on advanced placement tests for college credit.
I teach the basics and more: hard work, respect, and self-discipline.
The members of the New Jersey Education Association.
Making public schools great for every child.
Oscar Huber Furniture is celebrating our 76th anniversary store-wide by closing out all 2003 Sealy Posturepedic mattresses at the lowest prices ever. Great selection. And Posturepedic Firm Queen sets start at just $398. Enjoy yours interest-free until 2006. And get free delivery, setup, and removal of your old bedding. Plus a free bed frame. Don't miss this last chance final closeout sale of our 2003 Posturepedic mattresses. This week at Oscar Huber Furniture.
You get pizza and biscotti. I can get the opposite of what my brother gets. You get your food and you don't have to wait a long time. You can get a whole big plate. Bigger than you.
At Old Country Buffet, we have over 90 items to choose from. One big menu for one big happy family.
It was all the food I liked. It was pretty fun.
Old Country Buffet. Great choice.
If you see news happening, call the Action News tip line toll-free at 866-NEWS-6 or contact us online at WPVI.com.
Gary Papa's off, Phil Andrews is here, and no let-up for those Philadelphia
You need
Phillies.
that mo. The big word is mo, as in momentum. Fresh off their big win yesterday over the Marlins, Phillies want you to know that tickets for 2 potential Division Series playoff games will go on sale Sunday at 7 p.m. via the internet at the Phillies website. Then starting Monday morning at 9, you'll be able to buy tickets at the advanced ticket window located at the Vet. But as we said, now that Florida has moved on to Atlanta for a 4-game series of the Braves, Phillies warming up down at the old ball yard today, getting ready for a weekend set against the visiting Reds. And the one thing the Phils are well aware of is they need to maintain that momentum from the Marlins series.
I mean, we've had some devastating defeats. We come back the next day, we win. These guys, one thing they do is they play hard. We might have made some physical mistakes all year, some things that we definitely are going to correct in spring training, but for the most part, for 27 outs, they give me everything they have, and that's all you can ask for.
We got to take a day at a time. You know, their stage over, and today we got to just start from the beginning. And take good at bat from the beginning and try to win again out of time.
Hard to believe only 9 games left out of a 162-game regular season. Hey, Flyers kicking off their exhibition season tonight against the defending Stanley Cup champion New Jersey Devils, and that game taking place down at the complex in South Philadelphia. Now, the Flyers enter this season with the attitude that they are one of the teams to beat this year.
We recognize there's a number of good teams in this league, and in this, especially in this conference, but we're one of them. And so there's a real focus on this team, players, coaches. It's kind of anything and everything to try to get to the next level.
And, of course, we'll have highlights of that game for you tonight on Action News 11. Meanwhile, take a look as the Wachovia operations crew, they get that ice ready for tonight's game. Switching, of course, the surface from the old First Union Center to the Wachovia Center. We'll have highlights. Maybe the Flyers will skate that fast tonight during the game.
Must have had a lot of coffee.
There you go.
University of Pennsylvania honored a longtime friend and advocate today. Action News was in University City as Penn School of Veterinary Medicine renamed its hospital after the late Matthew J. Ryan. The longtime Speaker of the Pennsylvania House died of cancer in March. Today, Governor Ed Rendell called him a tireless advocate for Penn's veterinary program.
Economic and political problems.
It's news no one expects to hear.
When you hear the word cancer, it's fear.
I found out that I had breast cancer about a month ago, and it was a shock.
Now an expert team has been assembled to give Donna Avolio a fighting chance against a disease that, without treatment, could take her life.
Watch Penn Vital Signs tomorrow at 7:30 p.m. here on 6ABC.
Natuzzi, it's beautiful. You get what you pay for. Yeah, but didn't I see you at the dump last weekend? Moi, the dump. Couldn't have been. Was too. Was not. Well, then explain this. They were supposed to take that off. Well, they did take off $1,000.
To the dump, to the dump, to the dump, dump, dump.
You got the rug there too, didn't you?
It's clearance time on the biggest selection of Toyota cars. There's still time to get amazing clearance values on the always stylish, always surprising 2003 Camry. Your choice, $1,000 cash back or 0% APR. And make the time to check out the sleek and sexy Solara. Toyota time. The time is now.
For replacing windows and doors, you'll feel right at home at Lowe's.
This would be my dream.
Doesn't have to be a dream. At Lowe's, we can do the entire job, from free custom design to installation. No wonder Lowe's sells more Pella windows and doors than anyone else. And Lowe's has low prices every day, guaranteed. That's our promise.
I'm home.
Lowe's, improving home improvement.
Use your Lowe's card and pay nothing for 12 months on all purchases of $2.99 or more.
Just another humdrum week for Dave Roberts and the AccuWeather crew.
It was the week, you're right.
So what's going on?
Yeah, it was a week that felt like a month, didn't it? There's Storm Tracker 6 Live, there's the scan. Some light stuff in the area. Let's make some moves now as we go up close and personal on the Storm Tracker. We'll go down to the south. We'll see around Red Lion and Macungie into Emmaus, into Allentown, Coopersburg, Quakertown. There's one cell right over Red Lion as we speak and then disappearing. So that's one area picking up some precipitation out of this. And we'll make another move. We go a little bit to the west around Lancaster, from Lebanon down to Oxford, and you'll see again some light precipitation down there. It'll be soon. We'll get all of that out of here. That is the hope. Let's take a look now at the peak wind gusts from Isabel. 50-mile-per-hour peak wind gust here in Philadelphia, 53 in Lancaster, 55 in Millville. Let's go down to the shore points there. Look at the boardwalk, 60-mile-per-hour peak wind gust. Dover, I guess, is the winner with a 61-mile-per-hour peak wind gust. That was the wind. Here's the rain. Take a look at it. 1.14 in Philadelphia, 1.02 in Lancaster, 1.16 up there in Allentown, shore points. Atlantic City, 0.49. Wildwood, 1.5 inches of rain. Dover, close to 1 inch. Take a look, I said, is in Lancaster, over 1 inch of rain. So, area, we got rain, we got wind, and we got relief coming on the way. We're waiting. It's going to be a nice night tonight. Things in the process of gradually improving. 66 degrees with calming winds. It's nice to have something calming around, and maybe some late patchy fog. We got to get that frontal system through. It's on the humid side today, but things changing a little bit. 84 degrees, mostly sunny and warm. Come tomorrow, frontal system goes through, high pressure comes in. It's shaping up to be a very nice weekend. When we look to Sunday, 78 degrees, mostly sunny and pleasant. The call from AccuWeather is, Isabel's gone? Yes. Is it gone? Isabel. And that's a good. 67 degrees up there in the Poconos, 75 in Allentown, 71 in Reading, 79 in Dover, 73 in Cape May. Our low was 73 degrees. Our high was 82 degrees. In the Northeast, we're showing 78, 76 outside the station, 78 for Center City, 78, the official number at the airport, and we have a pair of 7s in Camden. Let's go live now on Sky 6. Peak of sunshine. The sun sets at 7:04 tonight. Maybe we'll see a little bit more before it sets. That's live on Sky 6. We're live on the action cam in Atlantic City. The parade is underway. They've got more sunshine down there. Really looking good. A lot of fun. Karen Rogers there. She'll have a complete report tonight at 11. Looking good, ladies. Thank you very much. Present temperature reading 78 degrees. Humidity 63%. The barometer 2998. It is on the rise. Winds out of the south now trying to dry things out. 16 miles an hour. Ocean temperature 71 degrees. The exclusive AccuWeather 5-day forecast tonight. Some clouds, less wind. Should be a nice night for the Phillies at the ballpark. 66 degrees. Saturday, sunny and warm up to 84 degrees. Start to feel less humid. Tomorrow night should be very nice. Sunday, mostly sunny, even better. 78 degrees, partly sunny skies. Monday, increasing clouds, could have a spritz. Tuesday, mostly cloudy, 74. Again, the possibility of a shower. And then mostly sunny on Wednesday, 76 degrees. So, gradual improvement. But the weekend looks good, Jim.
Thank you, David. World News Tonight next on Channel 6. Action News continues at 11. For Dave Roberts, Gary Papa, Phil Landers, the entire Action News team, I'm Jim Gardner. We hope you'll join us at 11 o'clock tonight.
Closed captioning is brought to you by Verizon Communications.
When it comes to #1 rankings, history has a way of repeating itself. Zoom, zoom. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Test the best at your Mazda dealer now. And see why both the Mazda Protege and Protege 5 rank #1 in car and driver comparison tests. Plus, get 0.0% APR financing for 5 full years or up to $2,500 cash back on the 2003 Mazda Protege and Protege 5. Test the best at North Penn, New Car, Pacifico, John Kennedy, or Martin Mazda today.
It's the big 2-day sale this weekend at Thriftway and Shopping Bag. 2 days only, 2 liters of Coke products, just 66 cents. 2 days only, Golden Ripe bananas, 4 pounds for $1. 2 days only, Stroman King bread, 77 cents a loaf. And on sale all week long, White Rose brand 5-pound sugar, just 99 cents. Thriftway and Shopping Bag, serving our neighbors one at a time.
The Home Depot is more than a store. It's licensed professional installation through at-home services. From concept to cleanup and beyond, all of the work is backed by a solid Home Depot guarantee. So at-home services is installation you can trust. Everything from beautiful kitchens to gorgeous countertops to floors, windows, and doors. At-home services from the Home Depot. You can do it. We can help. Right now, get 20% off all special order wood, laminate, ceramic, stone, and vinyl flooring.
Check out what's going on at the John Kennedy dealerships. These are just a few of our 8,000 satisfied customers each year. And with big cash rebates right now at Kennedy, you could be one too.
Get up to $4,500 cash back on Ford Taurus and F-150, or get up to $5,500 cash back on Ford Windstar and Explorer. The best deals of the year are right now during Ford's factory-authorized clearance sale.
Hurry in to John Kennedy or visit us on the web at kennedyauto.com. Smart buyers choose John Kennedy.